I'm gonna go float today. I've done this a couple of times, but I figured heck, why not kind of do a little vlog about my experience, what to do, what not to do. I know a lot of people have reported this, but hey, I haven't, so thought I'd give it a try. So I'm going to take you through what I've learned, what it helps, what it doesn't help, and all the rest of that. Okay, this is called the Renova Center in Norfolk here. It's off of Wilson, Olney, in that area. Don't be afraid of the where it's located. It's a great place, and they really do a great job, especially for veterans. I am not exactly one that likes to sit in one place for very long. So for me to be able to do this is kind of interesting. But you know, it's the only time that I get a chance to have no cell phones, no emails, visually, you know, it's dark. I'm not stimulated to be able to distract my attention like squirrel, which is what I'm like. But the hour goes very, very quickly for me. At Renova in Norfolk, they have a really very clean area. As you can see, shower is super clean. You have shampoo, body wash. They give you a plethora of towels. You have 3 towels. They give you a spray in case you accidentally get some of the salt water in your eye. You also have here this like Vaseline. Very, very important. Then you have the earplugs. The main thing with these, put the earplugs in first before you open the Vaseline. Because if you open the Vaseline first and apply it, there's no way that those slippery fingers are going to be able to open these. These are great. These are wax. You just kind of roll them up, put them in your ears, and to keep salt water from your ears. This spray bottle, if you accidentally lift your hand out of the water, because this is 600 pounds of Epsom salts, and you get some of the water in your eye, it stinks. So what I do is I put it right here, and it kind of wedges it in the handle, so I have it inside. But first things first, let's go ahead and let's get in the shower and get all rinsed off. Okay, so here are these little wax seals. You just kind of roll them up, and you stick them in your ear.
Turn it off completely at any time during
See,
the float.
here we go.
Next,
this is the float.
find a comfortable position
The float
for
pod.
floating. Relax your body.
It talks to you.
Clear your mind.
All right, I can't hear a thing. Now for purposes that are pretty obvious, I'm wearing a bathing suit today. But next is this Vaseline. Okay, the Vaseline is very obvious what you do with that. If you have any cuts, they say ladies should not shave the day before. And we all have those wonderful things in the rear that are annoying every now and then. So apply liberally. One of the things I recommend is to go ahead and lay some towels out here from the shower to the float pod, because when you get out, your feet are going to be salty and this tile floor gets really slippery. This way you can just walk right to the shower. Once you do that, you've got your earplugs in first, it's time to get in. What I always forget about is to turn the lights off in the room. So let's turn the lights off. Ooh, spooky. This is really cool. Now, if I don't drop my phone, oh, it's waterproof. There's this little ring over here, and I use this to rest my head on. I've tried it without it, and my head just needs a little support. But next thing to do is to close the lid. So, here we go. Like I said, spray bottle fits in there perfectly. And I'm starting to realize I should have put more Vaseline on a certain part of my body. And 600 pounds of Epsom salts burns like a son of a you know what. But they say this is like floating in the Dead Sea. Here we go. Ooh. Now you can turn the music off. You can turn the lights off. And I've done it both ways. Now for me, what I like to do, and everybody kind of does this, I've talked to my wife, she did this one time, is to you try to get yourself situated so your hands don't touch the sides, your feet don't touch the sides, your head doesn't touch the side, and you're just chilling. It's only 10 inches of water, but you cannot sink. Pretty wild. By the way, Renova in Norfolk has the best rates if you ask me. It's like $49 for a whole hour. And everybody I've checked with is a lot more than that. Some people are twice as much. But the big deal is to not talk, but to just chill. Total sensory deprivation, which means put the wax in your ears, in water, you're unplugged, which I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the lights off. And as you'll see, it'll get dark. Then I'll come back at the end. Good night. As you can see, I've come back and the hour is up. And it goes really quick. This time I let the music play the entire time. But now it's going to clean itself, so I'm going to go ahead and get out. It does this, and they make sure that it's totally clean for every customer. Another thing to do is to take your towel, and I hang it right here over top of the bar. Because when you accidentally get some salt in your eye or whatever, and you spray your face, you want to be able to take the towel and to be able to, blot your face and that sort of thing. Don't try to hold your neck up. Just let it rest on that float ring, or just let it rest in the water. Not to get a shoulder ache. And any place that you possibly have that any kind of scratch or cut or whatever, apply the Vaseline liberally. Connor, the temperature of the float water, what is that typically?
It is around body temperature. It kind of varies just a little bit, but it's generally around, I can even look at it right here, it's about 95 plus or minus 0.5 degrees.
Great, very comfortable for sure. Now I noticed that I left the music on this time the entire way through, but towards the end, the music kind of stopped and then it came back. Is that like a 5 minutes before it ends or something?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of get you ready for when that exit track gets in there and
excellent.
Let you know.
Okay. Now from the time that I enter the room until when the voice comes on and say, we're getting ready to start your float session, how many minutes do you have pretty much from the time you enter the room till the float session starts?
So you have about 5 minutes, but it also depends on when we come in and start it.
Okay.
So if we usually have like 2 customers, generally like I'll take one into that room, take the other one to the next room, and then I'll come up here and start it. So if you already got started, then you just got an extra like 2 or 3 minutes to get ready.
Right.
On top of the 5 before.
The at the end, I notice it says to get out, and then it starts a self-cleaning cycle. Mm-hmm. How does that protect the next person and that sort of thing? How does that work?
So it actually blasts ozone into the water. I am not sure what exactly the chemical reaction is, but apparently it's a very good cleaner. And we also have some peroxides that are in the water as well. So when the cycle starts, it's pushing those peroxides in. So any bacteria or anything left over just instantly gets killed.
Okay.
Filtered out.
Great. Well, I've been at Float Norfolk today, and they're one of the best float places I found around here, and they have more services than just float. They have massage, and there's actually a training. What other things do we have here at Renova?
So there is this special scan called the Zytoscan. Mm-hmm. It is kind of hard to describe. It's literally like this machine that you put your hand onto, and it sends, I'm guessing, some kind of electrical pulse through your body, and it comes back with the results telling you essentially what is up with your body. For example, it can tell you if an organ is working too hard or not enough. In fact, one of my managers took it and it came back that he actually had a cavity, and when he went to the dentist, he actually had a cavity. And there's also this other business over there called the hyperbaric chamber. It's essentially simulates like deep sea pressure. So you'll get into a container, and it puts in a lot of air pressure, and you'll have like a little mask on you that just shoots in straight oxygen, just pure oxygen, and simulates that. It helps those who have severe medical conditions. One of the guys the guy that runs the Veteran Wellness Center, he suffered some kind of injury in combat and pretty much lost a lot of function in his hand, and he went through about 40 cycles of the hyperbaric chamber. And before, apparently, he couldn't really move his hand. Now he's actually got some mobility in it, and he's actually able to use it a little bit.
Okay.
One of the things we do is called a Renova Reset, which includes a lot of the things such as the float, the Zytoscan. A lot of veterans that come in do that because it really helps them relieve any of the pent-up PTSD that they may have.
This time, I left the music on the entire time, and I'm like, okay, it's going to seem like a real long time because most of the time when I turn the music off, I go to sleep. But I didn't go to sleep at all. So towards the end, it has that little pause in the music, and that lets you know that you've got 5 minutes left, which is kind of good because you don't want just this soothing female voice going, your float session has now ended. Get your butt up out of our float chamber and take a shower. There you go. I would give these guys a try over here at Renova in Norfolk. They're really cool, and a lot of times they have a buy one, get one free session. So give float a try. You don't know until you've tried it.